Hi, I'm going to talk to you about how you can set your business goals for 2020. So first of all, I just want to say Happy New Year. And, isn't it great that we're at the beginning of a new year? And this is a great time for you to set your business goals so that you have clarity over exactly where you want to go with your business this year. And you can take that bird's eye view of what you want to achieve this year in your business. So I have a process that I'm going to guide you through that's going to help you with identifying your business goals for 2020. But before we go into that, I just want to tell you a bit about why it's so important to do this at this point in time. Well, the first thing is that so much of the time we get stuck into the detail of our businesses that we don't get the time to see that overview of where we're really wanting to go. And when we set goals around where we want to go and what we really want to achieve, and we have clarity around that, we're much more likely to then actually direct our business in that direction and direct our life in the direction that we want to go. So that is the reason why you need to do this. But also, if you've been feeling a little bit sluggish getting back into things, after Christmas, this is going to really support you with that. Okay, so let's dive in. Well, the first step that I'd recommend that you take is have a think about your deeper purpose and reconnect with your purpose for doing the work that you're doing. What is it that you're really trying to make a difference to in the world? How is it that you want to transform your clients' lives? Just reconnect with that and, reconnect with your passion for the work that you do. Why do you love doing the work you do? And once you've got back in touch with your passion and you're feeling motivated about getting back in with your business this year, the next step is to identify the goals that you want to achieve this year. And the best way to do that is to ask yourself the question, at the end of 2020, what needs to have happened this year for me to be happy with my progress? And you can ask yourself that question in relation to different areas of your business. So I recommend that you take a piece of paper and you kind of draw a line in the center so that and draw a line across the middle so that you create kind of 4 sections, and you write your goals down for your business for this year in relation to, first of all, in the top left, I would put in your goals around your purpose. So what do you need to have achieved this year for you to feel on track with your purpose and the difference you want to make with your work? Then in the top right, I would put fulfillment as the title, and I'd write down what needs to have happened this year for you to feel fulfilled in the work you're doing and to be really enjoying it, and write your goals for that. And then in the bottom 2 quadrants, I would, on the left side, I'd have your financial goals. So what is the revenue and the income goals that you're wanting to make this year for you to feel, that you've done well this year, feel happy with your progress? And in the right-hand side, it's all about your clients. So what are your client goals that you have? And so once you've done that, you're going to have a lot of clarity around your business goals for this year. But we also need to know your personal goals, because oftentimes we'll have quite a different set of personal goals from our business goals. And so we need to know them as well, because we're not just entrepreneurs, we're also humans. And we need to be clear on our personal goals too. So you can do the similar sort of process for identifying your personal goals for 2020. Again, take a piece of paper, put a cross down the middle and a cross along the center of it so that you've got 4 quadrants. And then write down at the top left, I would put a title saying social and relationship goals. And this is about interactions with others, with family, with friends, your personal relationship. What are those goals that you have around that? Is it that you want to spend more time with your kids? Whatever your goals are. So write them down in that quadrant. And then in the top right, I would put a title there around health. So I put that as health at the top. And then what are your goals around health? And write down, kind of exercise goals or well-being goals, mindset goals, and write them in that section. And then in the bottom left, I would put a title and put wealth as the title for that quadrant. And I'd write down your goals around your wealth, your abundance. So this is, the income you have, where you want to live, how you want to live, all those types of goals. Also abundance goals, how you want to feel, and pop all of those goals down in there. And then the final section, I usually put in this section around personal development and learning, because learning is really important for me. So I'd put that as a title, and then write down, what are your goals? Are there any goals around training that you want? Are there any personal development goals you have? Are there any education goals? Write down anything that's important to you in that quadrant. And maybe you have other sections that you want to add in. So I've given you kind of my top areas, but perhaps you might have other headings and other sections that you want to add into to your goals. And so just add those in if there are other sections that you want to add in. Okay, and so once you've got your business goals and your personal goals written out, you then have these two A4 pieces of paper with all that information on. You can just go between them and see, are there any contradictions between the two? Are there any things where actually you can't really do both goals? Or if you are going to do both goals and focus on both goals, you're going to need to find a way of making that work. So just go through that and see. And there may be goals where you go, I need to decide what's my priority here. What is my focus this year? What's most important? And you can just check in with yourself and say, okay, we've got a couple of contradictory goals here, but what's really important to me? What do I most want to achieve? And you can even then break it down into quarters. What are the, quarter one of this year, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. You can break it down into quarters as to what you're going to focus on, what goals you're going to focus on each quarter. Okay, so that's going to support you with being really clear on what your goals are for 2020. But we're going to keep that bird's eye view with the third part of this process, because we don't want to get too stuck into the details at this stage. We just want to keep with that excitement and that desire and that motivation for what we want to create from that overarching kind of place this year. So the third step is to, once you've honed in on the key goals that you're wanting to focus on this year, is to actually just draw them onto a big piece of paper, or you can cut up magazines and take pictures from magazines, whatever it is, but just make sure you do it and you create a vision board for your goals for 2020, somewhere that you can see on one page visually all the goals that you're wanting to achieve, and then put that up in your office or somewhere where you're going to see it every day, so over this coming year, so that you can keep telling your mind that this is what you're working on, this is the direction you're going, and this is, telling the universe as well, this is what you're wanting to achieve this year. Okay, so I can't wait to hear all about your goals that you've set for yourself for 2020. So please do let me know, and good luck with this process.